sick fishing. I'm out here to show you guys my boat. I have a lot of subscribers who wanted me to show them a little bit better and get a little bit better of a description on how I actually put the boat together. So let me show you guys exactly step by step on how I did this. And maybe you guys can build one yourself. I'll throw the dimensions for this boat and how we built it at the end of this video, so make sure you look at the end of the video for the dimensions to help you guys out. Okay, so first thing we did when we built this boat is we had 2 pieces of plywood. The first piece of plywood we kept to the side and we didn't touch it at all, and that was for the floor, this thing right here. So we had a full sheet of plywood that we kept for the floor. Then we took the other piece and we cut 2 sides out, the same shape that you would for a bass boat, and then we cut the back out. And we cut the front panel out, which is up here. And then we had all those together, and once we did that, we got our fairings cut. These right here. We got these fairing strips that run across the bottom of the boat that we use to screw everything in. We cut those to length, 3 of them, 1 here in the middle, 1 in the back, and then 1 in the front up here. And we also have some fairings all along the bottom of the boat, all up here for the frame. And that's what we screwed the sides and the backs and everything into. We glued and screwed all of that, and we built the frame. As you can see, that's what we screwed all our stuff into. Okay? So once we had that glued and screwed, we had all the frame built. Once we had the frame built, we went to the top fairing. This strip here, that was for our seats to rest on, as you can see right here. We left it a couple inches from the top, and now our bench and our benches and our floor, our deck floor sits on it, and our back bench, it all sits on that top fairing. That also helps stabilize the tops of the sides of the boat. For the deck and the seats, we use 3/4 inch plywood. Everything else we use 1/2 inch. The floor and the sides is all 1/2 inch. So once we had all the fairings in place, that's when we put our seats down. Once we put our seats down, then we stabilize them, as you can see, with 2x4s. And those 2x4s are screwed into the bottom fairing. They're not screwed into the floor. They're screwed into the bottom fairing. And this bottom fairing is actually just glued. These bottom fairings that go to the floor, those are actually just glued to the floor. And then they're actually screwed into the side fairings, the side bottom fairings. And then we have our braces here for the 2x4s. Those sit snug in between the deck and the bottom fairing, so it helps keep everything in place. Same thing with the seats. We got the 2x4s sitting on the fairing in between the seats. A 2x4 sitting on the fairing. That's just to help so you don't have any bowing in the seats. And that's about it. Once that was done, it's pretty much straightforward. You just, waterproof it and paint it. That's about it. Alright guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you check out my older videos if you haven't already. Throw me a thumbs up if you like this video and like what you saw. Alright guys, see you later.